All right, welcome back. It's another week to take on questions on laundry and business. This time around, I noticed a lot of people were asking questions about staffing. So we're going to talk about all those challenges with staffing, how to get workers, how to discipline, how to keep them, sustainability, and all that. So, and these are from your questions as well. Lots of people are asking about challenges about staff. So we're going to address a couple of them. Thank you.
Today we are going to start with some people don't know what is staffing, but we are going to start with the definition of staffing. Can you let us know what staffing is all about?
Well, the definition of staffing is just your process of employing, retaining, and disengaging your staff. Those are the whole staffing cycle. Employing is the process that you interview, ask them questions, physical look, mental look, psychological look, before you let them become part of your organization. And retaining are the characters they exhibit to align with your corporate journey. And disengagement, those you penalize on how you want to disengage them from your processes. Thank you.
All right, the first question is how do you approach resolving conflict or addressing performance issue with a difficult employee?
Okay, we're talking about two things here. One is addressing and talking about setting, and the next one is difficult employee. Like I do always say, there is always the good, the bad, and the ugly. So your first process is how you deal with difficult employee. You must always have a record of reprimanding. So like an exercise book, let's say for example, you notice a staff, they're always complaining, customers complain about a rude staff. And when they call you, assure the customers that you're going to address it. So the first thing you do, you call the staff who you're having a lot of complaints with, write down the date. So let's say today is March 12th, write it down, 2025, time, and the person and the topic you discuss with the person. You know that there's a complaint about you, that you're rude to customers. What's the reason? Hear them out. They're going to talk up and down, but you'll be able to deduce from your. And you tell them, let this be the last time you record it, and it shouldn't happen anymore. That no matter what the customer does, the customer keeps the business, except the customer is crossing the line to physically attack you or something. You are to remain under control. If the customer is a threat to you, then you let the management know. Under no circumstances should a staff be rude to a customer. It is not professional. So you record it. Now let's assume the staff continues that same character, keep exhibiting those traits that are incorrigible. Then you have no choice than to let the staff go, because if you keep such a person around, it's going to mess up the other apples that you kept. You must politely and respectfully disengage that staff immediately. Thank you.
All right, so the next question is what strategies do you use to de-escalate situation with angry or disruptive employee?
Good. First of all, you have to be under control. I've had an issue whereby I walked into a factory and I saw the staff screaming in the reception, you guys must pay me my money, do me this. And I looked at it, I found out that the previous day the staff didn't work. So I gently called the staff into my office. You have to be gentle but firm because the emotions are high. It could escalate and mess up the environment and create a bad image. So called him, say, okay, so what's the problem? They sacked me, I don't want to work anymore, they must pay me my day that I work. And you say, no problem, sit them down, explain to them why this was taken, this is your money, this is not what we're going to pay. So, but do not cheat them. If you're going to deduct, let it be days it didn't work. Don't take away their money because you think you're sacking them and not pay them. Pay them. But to de-escalate, like we said, escalation and de-escalation. Calm the place. Never you go into a heated argument with the staff. More especially one that you just disengage. Because that person with that mood has something to grind with you. When you're sacking a staff, make it softly. And the best time to sack a staff is when at the close of work, outside the premises, have somebody called. If you're a one-man business, give somebody like a HR or the employment agency that please kindly stay away. You want to resolve some issues. Don't call it sack till further notice. You want to investigate. That's how they do it. You don't say don't come back or you're fired or get out. You're aggravating the person. They are humans. It's emotions. Things like get out, don't come back here anymore. No. If you had an incident with the staff during the day, just be calm, stay away, let them finish and go home. When they are home, you call them or you leave instruction that the person cannot come in. And even when they come, tell them, look, stay away for now. Let us work out. Your money will be calculated and paid to you. But let us know if we can still continue the same relationship. And at the end of the day, we'll sit down and know if you're accepting the conditions we give you, and if we can accept the conditions you're giving us too. But the most important is avoid any confrontation. Thank you.
All right, the next question is, what are the qualities you need to look out for while selecting a staff?
Good. It depends on the role. If you are selecting a presser, we look out for two things: your looks, presentation, your neatness, your fingernails, and your efficiency. So let's say we're taking a presser. First thing we do, we give you 2 or 3 items to iron, and we'll let you know in advance that we're timing you and the quality of work. So there are people you see coordinating, but we don't give access to people that are dirty. Presentation, because you're a dry cleaner, you're supposed to present people with clean clothes. So if somebody comes looking forward, sometimes I send them back. You know, I had an incident of like a shop assistant that's coming for shop assistant position, and the young lady was wearing funny top with her navel pierced. I don't have anything against that. If we are running a bar, that's good. It's about image. You know, like I always say, what image are you trying to project? If I see a musician that looks like a musician, dreadlock, earring, this, that's fine. But if you're a presser or a receptionist or a banker, should look like a banker. A receptionist should look like a receptionist. You should be neat, well articulated. We give you the first thing, you should pass the test of the duty first. They will not check character. It's not just hard work. So if you're coming for a receptionist, we'll give you something to write to be sure that you can write receipts. We simulate situations for you. Let's say Mr. B brings 2 shirts to understand that you know how pricing is done. After that, they will now ask you a question: where do you live? Due to the cost of transport, if you live after certain kilometers, that we know is going to cost you at least 1,200 per day to come and go. We don't take most time because we know if you're desperate, you say, I need the job, I need the job. But most times you won't last because it costs you all your transport to come. So those are some of the indices. You can't say it all.